Hi, I'm Esme Silverman.
I'm Kaylee Lincoln, and you're watching Tiger Talk.
This is the news for the week of February 3rd, 2021.
Let's talk about what's going on at OA.
If a student's Chromebook breaks, or if they never received one, they can go down to the school store in the atrium for assistance mornings from 7 to 11. If you've lost anything, be sure to check the lost and found in the front office.
Attention students looking for scholarships. Please check Naviance in the guidance office bulletin board, as new scholarships have been added. Class of 2022 and 2023. The Massachusetts Department of Higher Education has a scholarship application available now. Apply in the guidance office or visit mass.edu and search for Herder.
If you are interested in continuing the conversation started during your advisory on DJ Henry Day, feel free to join a safe, courageous conversation on the topics of social justice facilitated by teachers who are members of the Social Justice Committee. These conversations will take place every 2 weeks during advisory. Students must check in with their advisory teachers, who will share a link for the meetings. The next meeting is next week.
If you are getting tested for COVID-19, please make sure it is the molecular test, not the rapid test that is being used. If you are sick with COVID-like symptoms, please stay home and consult your primary care provider. After being evaluated by your PCP, you will need a note from your PCP that states either an alternative diagnosis or that you are being tested for COVID-19.
Attention, all interested students. The Oliver Ames Tiger Marching Band is currently having sign-ups for our spring mini-session. No experience is required. We will meet on Thursday evening starting March 25th to prepare for our fall 2021 show. We are specifically searching for anyone with dance experience or no experience at all to join Color Guide. Anyone interested can reach out to Mr. Benson at jbenson@easton.k112.ma.us or feel free to stop by the music department.
Want to learn more about careers from experts out in the field? Want to make connections with professionals and explore future opportunities? Join Careers Club here at OA. It is a completely virtual club where we'll invite people from all careers to join our Google Meets to explain what they do and answer all of your questions. All are welcome. Meetings will be held on Fridays at 2:30. This Friday, a vaccine researcher will be joining the meet. The classroom code is here.
Here's the weather for the next 5 school days. Today, there is a 30% chance of snow, high of 33, low of 27. Tomorrow is mostly sunny with a high of 37 and a low of 23. Friday, there is a 40% chance of snow, high of 42 with a low of 32. Monday, there is a 50% chance of snow with a high of 25 and a low of 17. Tuesday is partly cloudy with a high of 27 and a low of 18.
With your weekly news update from the Daily Olivian, here's Hayden Taviar.
Hi, I'm Hayden Tahavori from the Daily Olivian, and here are this week's top stories. To start, we have students sound off on the Wednesday classes written by me. Many students had things to say about the Wednesday schedule being modified to enforce synchronous work. A common theme in the preference for asynchronous work is not having set durations of time to complete classwork. In response, Mr. Paul said that Wednesday schedules were always meant to be like this, and it's not something new, because for a school day to be counted as a school day, it has to be synchronous. Our second story for today is Leah Curtin's bullet journal story titled The Art of a Bullet Journal. And in her piece, she explains the art of bullet journaling and all that goes into creating a bullet journal. Her headline includes what is bullet journaling, what is needed to start, why someone would, and how to organize one. Bullet journaling is a creative outlet and can be used instead of a traditional planner. For students that have a hard time organizing their work, the flexibility of a bullet journal might be just right for you going into second semester. Finally, Esme's piece on COVID cases, titled OA COVID Cases and More Students Stay Home, entails quotes that include, Oliver Ames has seen a rise in COVID cases in the past few weeks, tossing the winter sports season into limbo and forcing more and more students to stay home because of close contact cases. OA's guidance department head, Ms. Mancuso, had some words to say about what she anticipated would happen. We anticipated more students interested in returning, but I think people are still nervous, so it's understandable that the number of returning students wasn't higher. To keep up to date with the Daily Olivian, make sure to follow us on our Instagram and Twitter accounts at Daily Olivian, and make sure to visit our website, thedailyolivian.com. I'm Hayden Tahavori from the Daily Olivian.
Thank you, Hayden, for all the latest log onto dailyolivian.com. Now for sports.
Sign-ups for the spring season of esports will begin this week. There is an informational meeting on Friday, February 5th at 2:30. The meeting name is Pamela. Please come to the meeting to sign up or just get your questions answered. If you cannot make the meeting, please email Mr. Pamela. Any students interested in trying out for baseball this spring should join the Google Classroom page. The code is VRJNCDY.
For the most up-to-date sports info, follow OA Athletic Director Mr. Matthews on Twitter at OHS Tigers Sports. ECAT is looking for game announcers for OA Sports, specifically basketball and hockey right now. If you are interested, please contact Mr. Souza or Jason Daniels directly for more info. Up next, a recap on this past week's games, brought to you by our sports reporters Ben Cohen and Jake Wells.
The OA ski team raced along with 6 other schools Thursday night at Blue Hills. Seniors Will Gianni and Nate Reservis were standouts for the boys, while juniors Olivia Habig and Lily Gaskill starred for the girls. The team will return to Blue Hills on February 4th for the next race.
The OA swim team faced off against Canton on Wednesday, and both the girls and boys teams had very close matches. The girls won a nail-biter by just 2 points, while the boys lost by 9. Coach Lauren Gray talked about the challenges this season and said that leadership comes in many forms, but mostly from selfishness. The Tigers will take on Stoughton next Friday on February 5th.
Gymnastics had a great matchup against Franklin on Friday. The Tigers put forth a great effort and battled hard the whole way through. The top scorers for OA were senior captain Ashley Latham on bars with an 8.8, senior Sawyer Haverly on vault with a 9.35, and Abby DeCudo on beam with an 8.7 and floor with an 8.9. The final was OA 137.3 to Franklin 135 in a close competition.
On Tuesday, we had some girls' basketball attention between OA and Canton. Early in the game, the Tigers pushed the pace on offense and attacked the rim consistently. Caroline Flynn helped the Tigers establish their halftime lead of 35-16 with 12 first-half points. The Tigers continued to push the pace, and their swarming defense limited Canton's offense and forced many turnovers. Flynn finished the game with 20 points and with the help of 12 points from Caroline Pepper and 10 points and 8 rebounds from the freshman Jasmine Cooper. The Tigers won 76-32 in a massive victory over the Bulldogs. After defeating Canton on Tuesday, the Tigers completed the season sweep 2 days later in a 53-43 win to stay undefeated. Canton got out to an early 9-0 lead, but the Tigers went on 23-10. Run in the second quarter, run to take the lead, and never looked back. Senior Caroline Flynn had 8 points and 7 rebounds, while junior Caroline Pepper led the Tigers with 15 points. The team will look to stay hot against Stoughton on February 2nd.
On Wednesday, Oliver Ames took on Attleboro in hockey, with both teams coming into the game looking for their first win. Attleboro started off fast with 3 first-period goals, including 2 in the span of 12 seconds. Early in the second period, Attleboro put on another one in the take of 4-0. Despite the big deficit, the Tigers did not give up. Late in the second, freshman Andrew Livingstone put the Tigers on the board with an assist from Kevin Tremblay. After going down 5-1 in the third, they kept fighting with a goal from Sean McCarthy. And to cap off the game, senior captain Ross Carroll put in a top corner snipe. Despite the shot advantage the Tigers had, they couldn't convert them into goals, and the final was 5-3 Attleboro. OA suffered a tough loss to defending state champions Canton on Friday. Freshman Noam Gamitri had 28 saves in net, and junior Elliot Cohen scored a goal for the Tigers. OA will play Stoughton on February 1st on senior night to celebrate seniors Ross Carroll, Matt Nigro, and Kevin Tremblay.
This week we have 2 senior birthdays. Happy birthday to Kostas Spiliakos and Anna Gaylor. Have a great week, guys. Next, we'd like to introduce a new monthly segment with a word from the principal's office. Here's Mr. Paul.
Good morning. It's been a little bit of time since we've last been able to communicate. Certainly in years past we've had assemblies and I've been able to talk to you, and this has been one of those years that is different in so many ways. Mr. Souza and the tech department asked that for Tiger Talk I just give my greetings, and I just wanted to say hi to you. It's been a while. I get to see a lot of you in the hallways on cohort A and B days, but then there are a lot of you who are in fully remote, and I haven't been able to see you. So hello. I miss you guys. I miss seeing your full face. You probably don't miss seeing my full face. It's probably been a benefit to have a mask on for me. It's also, I want to say thank you to so many of you who reached out with emails congratulating me on my retirement announcement. I've really appreciated those little notes that I got from students. And it's with mixed emotions that I announced my retirement. I certainly love you guys and love being principal, and I'm going to miss the opportunities to work with you guys hand in hand and trying to create a good teaching and learning opportunity for each of you. Speaking of strange years, we have had one that I think a lot of students have said, I'm tired of living history. You guys are living in history, and this has been a challenging year. I just wanted to say that we understand that. We acknowledge that this has been a challenge, and I want to say thank you for continuing to do your best. As we get closer to the end of this term, I would ask that we try to focus on finishing strong. We can't change what we've done in the past, but we can start fresh every day. And my hope is that as we move closer to the end of this term, that we can work with our teachers and our guidance counselors to find ways to finish out the things that need to get done and just get them behind us. And we'll continue to work with you and your teachers and the guidance counselors to find ways to support you. It breaks my heart that it's a challenge for some, and I want to do everything we possibly can to make sure you meet with some success. But you have to meet us on the path. You have to try to engage a little bit with your classes and engage a little bit in some of the work that you have to get done. The other thing is we're so close to, I think, the exciting part of the turnaround in the COVID crisis, which is getting vaccinations. And I would like to make sure that we don't drop our guard between now and the end of this restriction period with making sure we're wearing our masks, not just when we're in school, but when we're in any situation where we're not with our immediate household members, that we wear our masks outside of school and when we're playing sports, and understand, and this is a pretty simple thing when you think about it. President Biden mentioned it, I think, in a press conference yesterday, that just the very act of wearing our masks could save thousands of lives between now and the end of April. So every step that we do as individuals to help with COVID restrictions and adhering to them is a benefit for people.
Good morning, my name is Anika Prasad, and on behalf of the OA peer leaders, I'd like to share with you some events that are taking place next month in honor of Black History Month. On Tuesday and Thursday morning, student representatives will be sharing some words of wisdom during the morning announcements. On Mondays and Wednesdays throughout the day, select music will be playing during passing time. In addition, students will have the opportunity in their classes to create a poem, essay, piece of art, music production, or anything else that uniquely represents their reflections of Black history. These projects will be put on display in a manner that can be shared with the community at large. Please join us as we share a light on the struggles, triumphs, growth, powerful stories, and contributions of our Black community. In addition, make sure to check out the collection in our OA library featuring books of Black authors, as well as works that relate to the African American experience.
Do you like making friends? Have you ever wanted a space where you could be yourself? Are you part of or supportive of the LGBTQ+ community? If you said yes to any of these questions, the Oliver Ames High School GSA is perfect for you.
Gender Sexuality Alliance, or GSA for short, is a club at OA that focuses on providing a safe space for anyone regardless of their gender identity or sexuality. In GSA, students are given a safe and supportive student-led adult-advised environment to pursue whatever they want as a club. Some of our activities have included making events at OA, such as Pronoun Day and Transgender Day of Visibility, watching anime, playing board games, writing letters to other GSAs, hosting a karaoke night, and of course, attending the GSA regional meeting. Wait, what's a GSA regional meeting?
I'm so glad you asked. A GSA regional meeting is where GSAs from different regions of Massachusetts come together every other month to discuss various topics affecting the LGBTQ+ community. At the meetings, students are able to socialize with other students from other schools, play games, learn about issues such as racial justice and the school-to-prison pipeline, and develop leadership skills to bring these topics back to their schools.
Sounds like an interesting club, huh? GSA meets every Wednesday at 2:30 through Google Meets. All are welcome. Our classroom code is DAIJ7XF. We also have an Instagram you can follow @_OAGSA_. We hope to see you there.
Thanks for watching this week's episode.
We'll see you next time on
Tiger
Tiger Talk.
Talk.